got to try and get this video right as much as I can in one take, because I do not have time to edit too much today. Like, I like making videos, but I don't have time to edit, so I need to overcome that. This is the third time I have filmed this video, because the first time I got overwhelmed with emotion and cried. The second time it was just me saying, go see the show, go see the show, go see the show, and nothing else. So third time lucky, and if it's not right this time, we're gonna give up. I also appreciate that I look a little bit warm and bedraggled, and that's because I am, because this flat is like 900 degrees, but if I open the window, then you have like constant sirens, so we're just gonna persevere, push through it. So there is a festival in London, Vaults Festival, and I wanted to go last year, where the Immersive Great Gatsby was, but I couldn't go because college got in the way. So I was like, okay, 2018, I'm definitely going. I definitely did go, and I saw Neverland. And Neverland is an immersive musical made by the same people who made The Great Gatsby. And we all know how much I love The Great Gatsby. I have seen it to date 15 times, and it will soon be 16 because it comes back on the 1st of February. Go see The Great Gatsby, it's amazing. You can find my other video talking about that for like 5 minutes in the description. Go see that. But we're going to talk about Neverland. So it's an immersive musical made by the same makers of The Great Gatsby, and it's about the story of J.M. Barrie and Peter Pan. I'm not going to lie, I hate Peter Pan. When I say I hate Peter Pan, I hate the Disney film, and I hate that new live action film that's not actually new. The one that was made years ago. I hate those two films. I haven't seen the new film Pan. I haven't seen any adaptations past those two, and I don't even like those two. I was going to go into it with an open mind, but I was a bit like, is this really my cup of tea? It's definitely my cup of tea. It is everyone's cup of tea. It is amazing. Go and see it. Now, I could just say that and nothing else, but we know that I like to chat. So let's chat. I've got to think of a way to coherently process my thoughts now, because otherwise it will just be me excitedly chattering for like 5 minutes. Right, so the story is not necessarily Peter Pan. When it said an immersive musical called Neverland, I was thinking, oh great, it's gonna be like, we're going to Neverland, yay, sing a song about how amazing it is, and mermaids and pirates, and Peter Pan's this really cool teenage boy who takes children and takes them to Neverland. And I was thinking like a really cringy Disney-fied play thing. I was mistaken. So the story is more about how J.M. Barrie wrote Peter Pan, and how the story and reality intertwine quite a lot, which was ridiculously clever. Like, oh my goodness. The play is drowning in metaphors. There are so many metaphors. I don't know if that was just me being a literature student finding metaphors out of nothing, but I found that there was a lot of symbolism and stuff like that in there. And the story is a lot darker, it goes a lot further, and there's a lot more meaning to the actual substance of the musical itself. It's not Disney at all, and I think it's aimed at an older audience as well, which I like. It's not aimed at young children. I'd say roughly about 14 plus. It was incredible. I literally cannot say anything about it content-wise, because I feel like if I say anything it will spoil the entire show. So just take my word for it that it's amazing and go and see it, for goodness sake. It's truly wonderful. It's a magical piece of theatre, magical. I went in there with reasonable expectations because of Gatsby, and it definitely surpassed them. Again, I should just accept that anything made by the same makers of Gatsby is just going to be amazing. I should never go in there skeptical, because they always impress me. So the costumes were stunning, absolutely stunning. One thing I can say is that the role of Captain Hook is in fact played by a female, and she plays the role beautifully. Actually, like, I don't ever want to see Captain Hook played by a male again. I never want that to happen again. And not just her, like the whole cast itself is fantastic. Like, they are insanely talented. I don't know how they do that however many times a week. It's the same as Gatsby all over again. I'm just gushing, but I can't think of anything bad to say. And I'm not just saying that, I genuinely mean it. So if I didn't like it, I would say I didn't like it. I probably wouldn't even be making this video. Like, I like it enough to sit down and talk about how much I like it. So that tells you it's a really good show. The cast is ridiculously talented. The music is beautiful. It's not your typical musical stuff, but the music was very different to what you'd expect to hear in a musical about Peter Pan. And it was very beautifully composed. Like, I don't know much about music, I'm not a musician. I don't really know much about composition or anything like that, but I do know when it sounds good, and that sounded really good. So, musicians, go see it so you can tell me the proper way to describe the music in the show. They had a range of musical instruments. They had piano, they had a guitar, they had a fiddle, they had a clarinet. It was just a bit of everything, and it didn't all sound like forced and jumbled up and pushed together. It all just sounded really good together, like it all flowed really nicely. Oh my goodness, the cast's voices, They are all going places. They can all sing so well. I mean, I guess it's kind of a necessity if you're in a musical to be able to sing. The venue for this show is in the underground tunnels of Waterloo, so that is quite echoey and it's quite a big venue as well. And considering a lot of the time they didn't have microphones, their voices were still carrying really well and still sounding beautiful. And that must be a hard thing to do, to really be able to get everyone to hear you without anything to help, no microphones or anything, and it still sounded really good. This one's going to be a nightmare. Basically, I cannot find a fault with this show. The story is brilliant, it's aimed at an older generation, which I like, so it's not Disney-fied or childish. The acting is phenomenal, all the cast members are fantastically talented, acting-wise, singing-wise, dancing-wise. There's nothing they can't do. The sets are, although basic, I say basic, although the sets are like minimalistic, it still works really well. Like, there are parts of it, like there's a bit, oh, I can't say that because it's a spoiler. There's a bit which involves clothing and water, which is really clever. There's a bit which involves flying, which I love. That's probably one of my favourite parts of the show, especially because of the monologue that goes with it. I can't say what because it will spoil it. There is actually a line in the show which I can tell you, and I absolutely love it. I swear by it. And I might paraphrase because I don't know the line exactly, but it's something along the lines of, "You have many glorious years ahead of you to live if you only make them glorious." I absolutely love that. That's one line from a monologue that J.M. Barrie himself says near the end, and it's basically a monologue regarding courage and life. Make your life glorious, you only get one life, blah 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 blah. Motto I like to live by. I'm not very good at living by it, but I'm trying. And if I think about this too much, I will give myself a crisis. But like, in 500 years, I'm gonna be dead. No one's gonna remember me. So yeah, while you're here on this planet and alive, you might as well just do the stuff you love. If you're scared of doing something, just do it anyway. Have fun. Push your boundaries. I'm such a hypocrite, I need to do this myself. Maybe I should start doing this. If I start pushing myself and doing stuff that scares me, you all should too. There you go. That's a deal? It's a deal. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot to talk about the main part of it. It's immersive. You're interacted with. This is amazing. I love immersive theatre because it means I can act without being an actress. So when you first enter the venue, before the show's even started, like, I've made a mistake both nights and got there ridiculously early because that's just me and that's what I do. And you walk in and there are some lost boys and they give you a marble. I don't have mine because I left it at the theatre so they could use it again. But they give you a marble and they say you can be one of the lost boys and have this marble if you go through the curtain and make friends with 3 boys who are playing rounders in there before bed. The lost boys are talking about children whose mother is Sylvia Llewellyn Davies. So they're in there playing rounders before bed. As more people come in, they interact with you more until eventually the show properly starts and the rest of the show commences. But when you go in there, before the show's even started, they're already in character and acting with you. And the immersion is just amazing. Oh, I want to be a lost boy. And if you follow the pirates, then you're asked to come up with your own pirate name, and the best one gets a shot of something. I don't know, I haven't won yet because I'm bad at thinking of pirate names. And like, you're asked to think of ways to make people stay in Neverland, and it's just so clever. Let me explain. If you don't know what immersive theatre is, it basically means that you're on your feet a lot of the time and you follow different characters so you can see a different show to someone else who is there, because you'll follow someone different and you'll see different parts that are going on at different times. I'm making this sound a lot more confusing than it is. If you watch my Great Gatsby video, I might have explained it better. I wouldn't hold my breath on that. But it's very clever in the way that you can have like up to 4 or 5 scenes going on at once, with different audience members seeing different things. It's a very clever piece of theatre to do. And so, for example, my first night I went, because I've been twice now and I'm going again at some point. The first night I went, I got asked to dance with one of the young boys before bed, and I danced with their mother as well. I went and joined a pirate gang. The more I go, the better at improvisation I will get. So I've just got to keep going just to improve my improvisation. That's it, I've just got to keep going now, again and again and again, until it closes, and then it will come to London permanently and I can see it every day. Please stay in London. I'm gonna miss this show when it goes. I genuinely don't know what I have and haven't covered. I didn't script this video. I was just like, hey, let's sit down and talk about it, you know, say everything good that you have to say. And knowing my luck, I'm gonna upload this and think of like 500 more things I could have said that I didn't. I think I've kind of bled this video dry. I think I'm just rambling at this point. Every video I make is just me rambling about nothing really coherent. Do you guys like these videos? Does anyone like these? I'm not going to be offended if you say no. I can't watch these back. When I'm editing, I'm sat there with secondhand embarrassment like, oh, I can't put that in, but I have nothing else to put in, so we're going to put that in and hope for the best. I'm literally cringing so much whenever I edit a video. But that's fine. It's a learning curve. One day I will go and see a show I love and be able to make a video about it in a coherent manner so that everyone can understand what I'm trying to say. If you take one message from this video, go see Neverland, the immersive musical at the Vaults. That's it. Just go see it. You will not regret it. It is there until March the 18th, so you have plenty of time. Go see it. I'm gonna shut up now because I'm just annoying everyone, including myself. Bye.